Sports Info Solutions measures a running back stat called design gap percentage. It measures how often the running back hits the hole correctly. And here is a tweet on it. And Nick Chubb is number one. Damian Harris from the Patriots last year was with the Patriots, number two. J.K. Dobbins, number three. But Nick Chubb, number one. Now, I will say that's also a credit to the Browns' offensive line, because that hole was probably there a lot because their Browns' offensive line graded out so highly.
When Kevin Stefanski took over, my first thought going with this zone blocking scheme was this is a perfect fit for Nick Chubb, because there were plays, if you looked back in his early years with the Browns, where they would do this zone blocking stuff. And go back and watch that 92-yard run against the Falcons in 2018. That was kind of a zone blocking scheme where, J.C. Tretter gets out in the second level, Nick Chubb hits the right hole, like that stat shows, and he broke a 92-yard run. Nick Chubb is just a really smart, get the ball, one cut and go runner. And for Browns fans who are thinking back to all those screenshots of Trent Richardson going one way while there was a giant hole on the other side, Nick Chubb is an absolute breath of fresh air for them. And again, it's one of those skills that you can't really, this person tried to quantify it statistically, so I guess you can do it, but it's not something you always just see on the stat sheet that makes you say, okay, Nick Chubb, I always kind of cringe a little when you say this back is different, but Nick Chubb kind of keeps showing you things that makes you think, yeah, this guy actually is a little bit different.
And the other Pro Football Focus one where he is near the tops in the league is making the first guy miss, which, again, if you have a good offensive line and your back makes the first guy miss, that's usually a recipe for some pretty good years running the football.
We always try to make the NFL complicated, but at its heart, it's a numbers game. It's 11 on 11. And if you want to break a big run or make a big play in a passing game, a short passing game, you've got to make somebody miss, right? You've got to win when it's one-on-one, and you've got to help your team win that numbers game when you get blockers out in front of you. And Nick Chubb is so good when he gets to that second level. So you make that first guy miss, maybe at the line of scrimmage. Now you're in the second level going against a safety or a corner, and we've just seen Nick Chubb juke those guys like crazy. So when he gets to the second level, a defense is in trouble. And making that first guy miss is really vital to that.